As there is a shift among adults to become more plant-based with their diets, be it vegan or vegetarian, we wanted to ask the question about their kids. Is it healthy to cut out certain food groups when their bodies are still growing and developing? So here to answer those questions this morning is our health insider, Dr. Shad Marvasti. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we've had lengthy conversations before about the benefits. First of all, they are far-reaching for switching to more plant-based diets, and we've talked in terms of adults.
Right. And I think the same applies to children, actually. It can be a great healthy choice for kids, precisely because the vegetarian diet, plant-based diets in general, provide just so many nutrients and antioxidants that help with reducing inflammation and helping with optimal brain, heart function, as well as growth. I think the first primary key is to eat real food, to avoid the processed frankenfoods, and then eat a variety, eat the rainbow of foods that are out there, fruits, vegetables of different colors, nuts and seeds, to get those healthy fats and proteins, whole grains, legumes or, beans like, lentils, chickpeas. All of those things are, I think, really important, and getting that variety where you're going to get all of the different vitamins and nutrients and minerals that you need.
Now, is it safe for kids to not have, say, like red meat in their diet for the protein or the iron? And of course, those of us of a certain age were raised on the campaign of milk does a body good, and that's what you've got to have if you're going to grow and have strong bones.
Yeah, and that's a good question. So that is one of the pitfalls of vegetarian diet, is that you can get an iron deficiency. So I think that's one of the things to be mindful of. So eating iron-rich foods daily for your kids' diet, like beans, chickpeas, lentils, tofu, cashews, chia seeds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, quinoa, kale, raisins, dried figs, dried apricots, fortified breakfast cereal. So there's a really big range of foods that actually are iron rich for kids that have different flavor profiles, so that you can find something that your kid likes, in terms of texture and taste. I think another one of the myths is that, kids that don't eat meat don't get enough protein, but that's not true either, because most of the, foods, some of the ones that I just mentioned, like the beans and the nuts and the seeds, they all have protein as part of them. And you don't need that much, comparatively, to get shortages. I think, the biggest deficiencies that you have to watch out for are iron. B12 is one that can be deficient because there's not as much B12 available in plant foods. If you eat nutritional yeast or brewer's yeast, known as Vegemite down under, that can be also a source of B12 for your child, or you can supplement. Vitamin D and zinc, these are also things that can be tested for with a blood test. And so oftentimes with vegetarians, I will check B12 and vitamin D and zinc levels, and make sure that they're getting that variety of foods that are rich in these. And if not, then we will supplement. Omega-3 fatty acids is another one as well.
Are there any signs or symptoms to look for in your kids that would kind of signal of like, I think they're a little short in this area, or that you want to talk to your pediatrician about if you notice?
I think behavioral changes, so mood and performance, concentration. I think all of those would be, and energy levels if they're more lethargic. I think all of those would be things to evaluate further, because those can be signs of iron deficiency, B12 deficiency, vitamin D. Zinc deficiency can manifest with more frequent colds and flus and infections. And then omega-3 also with mood as well.
Which is interesting, because it's kind of the opposite end of what you see behaviorally if they're eating a really poor diet and they're eating that SAD diet. Right. So it's kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. But we know that parents don't take this lightly, of course, when they're thinking about, their kids and shifting an entire diet plan. So this is really helpful guidance so that they know that they can do so safely and align it with their own eating habits.
Absolutely. You can definitely do it.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Shad.
Thank you.